Excel or Google Sheets. One has been the gold standard for decades, the other is free, online, and extremely powerful. In this video, we put them head to head and we see which one comes out on top in 2025. And to be honest, the results really surprised me. In one corner, you have Excel, which is extremely powerful, it's data driven, it's also feature rich, and let's be honest, it probably single-handedly holds up our entire financial system. And we're gonna put that against Google Sheets, which is cloud-based, accessible, is collaborative, and it also has quite a few features which we're gonna dive in today. In this video, we're gonna look at 5 categories. We're gonna look at interface and ease of use. We're also gonna look at collaboration and sharing, performance and scalability, features and formulas, and lastly, price and accessibility. During each round, we'll give one software a gold star depending on how it stacks up versus the other. And by the end of the video, we'll see which software comes out on top in 2025. And make sure you stick around to the end because I really think the results are going to surprise you like they did me. So with that said, let's go ahead and hop into our first category, accessibility and ease of use. All right, so up first, we have our Excel workbook. And we should all know pretty much what an Excel workbook is at this point. It's going to be very straightforward and pretty easily laid out. We have our ribbon at the top, and then in that ribbon, we have all sorts of different formatting options. We have conditional formatting, which is available to us. We also have the Insert tab where we can insert in tables, pivot tables, shapes, charts, whatever you so choose. And in the Data tab, we can use what-if scenarios, we can use data validation tools, we can create lists, we can filter. The options here are pretty limitless. I will say though, the ribbon can be overwhelming, especially if you're a new user in Excel. This is a lot to look at, and it's hard to understand what the capabilities are and what the full functionality of it is. However, this is a very powerful tool that we have at our disposal in Excel. One strong feature in Excel is its ability to run shortcuts. And what I mean by that is the ability to press Alt, H, and we can press 1 and we can bold a cell. We can do that very quickly versus manually clicking a bold option. We can run these shortcuts to achieve what we want to get to in a very quick fashion. Whereas, as we'll see, we don't have that same feature and accessibility in a Google Sheet. With that said, let's go ahead and transition and look at a Google Sheet. I will say that in Google Sheets, it is very simply laid out. I know what the print button is, I know what the zoom button is, I can see my numerical formatting here. This is very easy, and it also has an easily accessible search bar as well. So that way, if I do want to find something like bold, I can find it very quickly. And that's a really handy tool in Google Sheets. And they also have some of the same options as well. It doesn't transition the ribbon, but it brings a drop down, which I kind of like. Being able to see this easily laid out, it's easy to read and understand. We can add extensions, we can look at different tools, we can get into our data validations, create a chart, create a table, create a filter on our data if we need to. So I will say that the data ribbon within Google Sheets is pretty good. You know, we know what we're looking for, we know what we want. Like I said before, the only downfall is we can't run shortcuts. So if I try to press Alt here, I'm not getting anything. And being a web-based browser, it's kind of hard to run those shortcuts. You might have interference with any sort of shortcut that's in the web browser itself. So if I press Control-T, it creates a new tab and brings me out of my Google worksheet. So it's kind of hard to have those shortcuts. But what I do like about Google Sheets is it's very clean, it's very simplistic. It is very easy to digest for new users. And with that said, I think each one of these softwares have its own strengths and weaknesses. And for this first case, I'm gonna give a star to both because they both have their application. Excel is for those power users, data-driven individuals who are working in deep finance, whereas Google Sheets might be helpful for those startup companies, companies that are more Google-based in their ecosystem. And this is gonna be very easy to work with for new users, people who aren't necessarily comfortable with Excel. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into our second category, which is collaboration and sharing. And folks, I don't think this one is gonna be very close. Excel is great. It does have some sharing capabilities with OneDrive and Microsoft 365, but it doesn't come close. And if you share within Teams, I have my own thoughts and considerations about Teams. I think we all do. Microsoft does not come close to what Google has going on for it in terms of its sharing and accessibility. Being able to go into the Google Drive and have up to 100 users at a time collaborating, sharing, working in a Google Sheet, making live comments. It doesn't come close. I think there are some pros to what Microsoft has and some deep, hard business cases. However, Google blows this one out of the water. They created such a strong ecosystem for companies to be able to share, live edit, and be able to access version history so quickly and so seamlessly. This star has to go to Google Sheets because their collaboration and sharing blows Microsoft out of the water, and it's not even close. All right, our third category is going to be performance and scalability. We all know that Excel can handle large data sets with relatively ease. Once you start tacking on tens and tens and tens of thousands of rows, things can get a little bit messy. However, how does Google Sheets compare? Being a web-based software, it might have some limitations, right? To be honest, I was kind of surprised by how much Google Sheets could handle. However, as we'll find out here in an example, it does have some limitations compared to Excel. We're gonna stress test both softwares, Excel and Google Sheets, with a whole bunch of software that I downloaded from ChatGPT, and we're gonna see how much it can handle before things start getting a little bit laggy. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna copy in a whole bunch of data that I downloaded from ChatGPT, and then let's see how Google Sheets handles it. So I'm gonna press Control V, and let's see, thinking, okay. So that took some time, right? I mean, that wasn't very quick, but it did come through, so I'm not terribly worried. That was 10,001 lines of data. Let's go ahead and copy this. We'll go to the bottom. We're gonna add another 10,000 rows. Let's see how it responds. And then we're gonna go ahead and copy in another 10,000. And I'm trying to scroll, and you can see it's getting kind of laggy. All right, now that I have all this data selected, let's go ahead and see if we can insert in a pivot table. Let's go ahead and put it in a new sheet. We'll press create, sum of total units. It's pretty quick, right? I mean, there was a little bit of lag when we got our data in here, but being able to digest 20,000 rows of data pretty quickly is pretty impressive. I feel like it didn't really lag at all. It wasn't much stress on the software. Even though it is web-based, we were able to go in there and pretty quickly select what we wanted to select. Let's go ahead and see if we can crash Google Sheets here. It might be an end of the video, we'll see. Added 20,000 more rows, and I just pressed copy and paste, and still, as I try to scroll down, it's getting there, thinking, not really liking what it has. I'm trying to scroll, I'm trying to click in, shifting around, pretty good, all right? You could definitely tell that there was a little bit of lag. It definitely wasn't liking what was going on. Let's go ahead and put a quick filter on data, create filter. Let's sort by region. Let's go ahead and quickly select South. And I still think it handles it pretty well. So that was pretty impressive by Google Sheets. We did notice a little bit of a lag, but we also copied in 4,000 rows of data. So it's kind of natural for that to happen. Let's go ahead and try the same test in Excel. We're gonna copy over our data, Control V to paste. Pretty quickly, we have our data. Let's go down to the bottom, go ahead and paste again. Go ahead and paste again. Go ahead and paste again, again, and again. So we're up to 60,000 rows of data, and that was pretty quick. And I can wiggle around, I can go to the bottom. Let's go ahead and see if we can put in a table real quick. Super quick. Excel handles data like a breeze. It's nothing to this software, because this is what it's built for. It's built for fast, maneuverable data sets. All right, we can see that Excel handles this data pretty seamlessly. We made a table without any issue. All right, let's go ahead and try a pivot table real quick in Excel. If we press Shift Space and then Control Shift down, we can select our entire data set, select Pivot Table. We press OK, and we can sort our data by product, units sold, and then we can even have unit price as well That's a little bit too much, but let's have a subset of sales rep. And now we can see our total data. And it was very quick, very seamless to use. The amount of rows that we have here, we almost have 50,000 rows of data. It's nothing to Excel. Whereas Google Sheets, you could see it was starting to lag. It's still kind of lagging a little bit as well. It's not very intuitive. I'm trying to copy and paste, but it's not really liking. I can't press enter to enter more rows. I have to manually type in how many more rows I want. And then from there, we can copy down. And I just copied, and it still took about a couple seconds to copy the data over. So in this case, this has to go to Excel. This is what it was built for. This is what the software is for, handling large data sets without much issue. And granted, there are times where Excel crashes. It happens. But overall, Excel is a monster in this category, and it gets our gold star. Our fourth category is going to be features and formulas. And to be honest, this one kind of surprised me. I expected Excel to blow Google Sheets out of the water, but Google Sheets kind of held its own. It's pretty functional and pretty capable at handling data and manipulating data with different types of functions. And I'm going to show you a pretty cool thing here that we can do within Google Sheets that surprised me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use the same data set that we used in the last example, but we want to find out how many units we sold for each region. So we're going to do a sum if equation here. So we're going to press equals sum if and then press tab. And then we see our function parameters. We see range, criteria, sum range, and that's where we're going to calculate the totals. But what's cool about Google Sheets is if we press this little caret right here and bring this down, we can show an example of what a sum if looks like. And this is really awesome because once you start getting into more complex equations and functions within Excel, things can kind of start getting a little bit messy on what you need to select depending on your level of usership. But with Google Sheets, we know what this might look like. So let's go ahead and say that our range is going to be A1 to A10, and our criteria is going to be any value greater than 20. Then we select our range. We know this as an example. So really powerful, really cool tool within Google Sheets, and it definitely helps with explaining what a function actually is. So we're going to go ahead and select our range. We're going to press comma to delineate that. And we're going to press east as our criteria here. And then we're going to select our sum range. And then we're going to close our brackets. And boom, look at that. We have a sum if function, very easy. And what's awesome about Google Sheets as well is you can press Control Enter, and then we can autofill the rest of our parameters. So no more dragging and dropping in Excel. We can do this very easily and very quickly within Google Sheets. All right, we can head over to Excel and do the same thing. We have our same data set, the same parameters. We'll do equals sum if. We'll select our range. We'll just use our arrow keys to go over to region, and we'll press Control space to select region. And we'll press comma. Our criteria is going to be east. We'll press comma. And then our sum range will be our units sold. And we'll go ahead and close our parentheses and press enter, and boom, look at that. We can select the cells that we want to fill into and press Control D, or alternatively, pressing Control Z to undo. We can select the cell that our formula is in and drag and drop, and we get the same totals. So both softwares are very functional, very capable. I kind of like Google Sheets though. I think having access to that information and the examples is super powerful for new users. It's very easy to understand, but Excel does have things that Google Sheets does not. I was expecting Sheets not to have macros, but it was a pleasant surprise to see that the macro function was in Google Sheets for those automated tasks. However, Excel does have access to Power Query. So if we have very large data sets across multiple files, we are able to use Excel to access that data, whereas in Google Sheets, we do not have that same functionality. So given the legacy and the power of Excel, I will give it the gold star. But let's go ahead and give a half star to Google Sheets because it was pretty awesome in its example and its ability to explain information and data and functions to new users and people who don't necessarily know how to use those functions to their fullest capabilities. All right, our last category, price and accessibility. We all know that Microsoft Office and their entire suite does require a subscription. You can pay monthly, you can pay yearly. However, for those people that are using Excel through work, whatever your job might entail, that usually comes complimentary, but if you're a business owner, you will be paying for that access. So keep in mind, yes, it's very powerful and it's the gold standard and the most common software out there for data manipulation and financial services. So always keep that in mind when you're comparing Microsoft to Google. The Microsoft model does require that yearly subscription or monthly subscription, but it's going to be used by everyone and your integrations are going to be a little bit more seamless. Whereas the Google model it's free. As long as you have a Gmail account. I've worked for companies before that we all operated out of Google Workspaces. So that was a very seamless and very easy transition for everybody. We didn't have to pay for anything. There was no monthly dues or subscriptions. And we were able to access everything in a very collaborative manner. So that made it very simple and very easy. So naturally, we're going to go with the free option, right? So the Google Workspaces, Google Sheets wins this category based off of its free, online, fully accessible model. However, if you are a student, you might have Microsoft Excel for free, or through your workplace, you also might have access to Microsoft Office as well. So we're gonna go ahead and give the gold star to Google Sheets on this one because you can't be free, right? All right, final verdict. Google Sheets wins with 3.5 stars versus Microsoft Excel. I was astounded by this. I did not expect Google Sheets to show up in the way that it did. If you're not using large data sets, Google Sheets is fully functional. It's great for students, small businesses, companies that are going in there for basic operations and not dealing with huge, large data sets that might weigh down the Google Sheets software. Whereas if you are using Excel for more classical, deep finance functionality, or again, those large data sets, you're gonna have a better experience on the Excel side. But if you're just a common user, go with free. Why not, right? Free is always fantastic, and that's what pushed the Google Sheets over the top for me, is you can do almost everything, we'll say 90% of the functionality of Excel for absolutely no cost. All you have to do is create a Gmail account. So if you're just using Google Sheets for straightforward data analysis, go at it, have fun. You can make charts, tables, pivot tables, you name it, it's there for you. I think the biggest takeaway from this is use the tool that makes the most sense, not what's popular. Excel has built a legacy for itself. It has a strong name, but Google Sheets, hey, it might be the up and comer. So let me know down in the comments, are you Team Excel, Team Google Sheets? Let me know, I'd love to hear your feedback. And don't forget to please like and subscribe this video. It would mean everything to me. I want to keep on delivering awesome Excel tutorials, tips and tricks, everything of that nature in the future. So hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.